lecture is the common braggadocio, directed mainly to the heads who right now are a no-show. As of yet they ain't gone deep enough to find our music, and worse yet, a few have found our truth but just don't use it. The average rap scenario is I am number one. The average rap scenario is I am number one. But fail to bring up heads completing law with understanding. Beat the thing, no, but I still can't flex a skill-filled session. Gonna learn about my direction, no question. I'd rather meet a nervous kid, you gotta convince to rhyme. Gonna learn about my direction, no question. The topic of this lecture is the common braggadocio, directed mainly to the heads who right now are a no-show. As of yet, they ain't gone deep enough to find our music, and worse yet, a few have found our truth but just don't use it. The average rap scenario is I am number one, and it does carry relevance if completely and properly done. Yet most leave it at that, and they claim God's commanding, but fail to bring up heads completing law with understanding. Beat. It's evident that my pattern have a swing, but is it really relevant to envelop in talking about this thing? No, but I still can't flex a skill-filled session. And you're gonna learn about my direction, no question. I'd rather meet a nervous kid, you gotta convince to rhyme, than to listen to a chatterbox hogging open mic time. With rhymes that are a lot like looking in rear view mirrors. A lot of big talk, but shit is smaller than it appears. Family calls me Sandy Lion, implying I'm like a king, but I find myself trying and crying, and that's the thing. I'm no complainer or quitter, although I am less than infinite. Without being cross or bitter, sometimes I'm real human for a minute. I like to say I have the strength of a 45-year-old virgin, but I ain't been here that long and already been soiled by perversion. My chronicles are simple ones, my saga short and sweet. The poems I write are little ones, although to me they're deep. See, I can tell your point of view by how you play the speaker, like I can tell which way you skate by looking at your sneakers. Birds perch in my parking lot to squat and cop a view, and ever since I stopped eating them, they be telling me all about you. But let's leave it at that, shall we? See, I really been doing some thinking, and I really been making some moves like I wish C-Book would stop drinking. It's a lot like using New Year's Eve as an excuse to party, but when we wake up in the morning, we're right back where we started, aren't we? I'm amazed at simple ways of simplicity are plain to see, and I'm appalled by complex thoughts that try and kick up dust towards me. Sometimes I'm in such a good mood that I become magnetic. When I walk through, I trigger devices, cause good vibes are electric. I find a progressive outlook inspires others to be open, and regardless of how far my music goes, it's what I'm hoping. Because I come out on a positive note. Some people hurt my feelings, but my heart's not broke. My journey is to travel, but my route is firm. I reach out with intelligence and bridges don't burn. Although burn, I used to underneath with my pieces. Now learn is what I do to win a few, write my thesis. I'm blessed to see the pure who dwell amongst the diseases. And easy is this if it's you who it pleases. I study about the musicians who hid from the Nazis, playing jazz in Europe during fits of hypocrisy. And it could be me held by the oppressor, but I read the past about the future, I ain't no guesser. Cause lesser and lesser will they cut you some slack, but no one should have to if you got it on track. So 9 to 5, man, I work 4 to 12, and that's AM. Plus got them facts real well. That leaves a man opportune with a half day left. For an optimist, the possibilities endless. Cause the trials are only as long as they take to happen, and tribulations only, so if that's your reaction, I'll continue mapping my own class syllabus, constructing contraptions towards the fulfilling of this. Enjoy the view of a poet as I look through eyes that embrace sight with love and caress with sighs, with ears that try hard to perceive the meaning. Bygones are bygones, so skip the believing. You need to know what you know, and respect just so that everyone can do the same, and that's how it goes.
suspect is always on the move. I lose track and flash back to past acts, mishaps and traps. Perhaps I can prevent a relapse and slap some sense obtained in past events on the situation to prevent a bitter consequence. Even I've invested confidence in nonsense, dispensed atop the soapbox, so I guess that I'm a quince. Counts for something, but really now I'm sick of finding nothing. In the thick of anticipation, it's hard to see who's bluffing. Till the cards hit the table, I live in Aesop's fables in an age when it is shameful to stick to what is stable. This balance is equality, I accept solitude solemnly. Nothing that I'm dealing with is feeling solidly constructed. My colonies are clustered on planets within the solar systems of the stars that I've trusted. Lusted over many, but never quite combusted into full-on fury. Quite certain that my jury was not hung but sung synonymously under one. Spell casted, perhaps it's to last, and if it isn't, something must have clouded my vision. Excuse me for the inaccuracy of indecision, because precision is an ever-changing landscape. So I leave what I leave, and I take what I take.
Elude the meaningless appreciation of this mediocre nation. I've heard the mindless repetition of empty words without tradition turn original verbs into submission. I smell blissful ignorance addiction, but I guess I wouldn't be right if I said a blunt was like a baby pipe. There ain't gonna be no revolution tonight. Half my warriors as high as a kite, floss and they lost all they fight. And I've tasted the bitter tragedy of lives wasted, and men who glimpsed the darkness inside but never faced it. And it's a shame that most of y'all are following sheep, wallowing deeper than the darkness. You're falling asleep.
You won't believe the things I've seen, far beyond your wildest dreams. I've seen chaos and order reign supreme. I've seen the beauty of the universe, so peaceful and serene. In seconds turn to violence and screams. Like your heart is one with your brain, emotional or reason. Now which one do you obey?
Think kind of bam bam. Look what's all Jamaican. Little different style, different fashion. You know? Tell me, say one thing Nancy can't understand. One thing Nancy can't understand. What make them a talk about me ambition? Say what make them a talk about me ambition? Come and say some of them a ask me where me get it from. Tell some of them a ask me where me get it from. I told them no, it's from creation. I told them no, it's from creation. Bam bam, hey yo, what a bam bam, bam bam dilang, bam bam, bam bam dilang, bam bam, hey, what a bam bam, ta what a bam bam. This woman never trouble no one. I'm a lady, I'm not a man. MC is my ambition. I come free nice up Jamaican. So bam bam, ta what a bam. in at the place, I me say well, slick. Keep bam bam, hey yo. Tawata, bam bam, bam bam bilang, bam bam, bam bam bilang, bam bam, hey yo. Tawata, bam bam, hey yo. Say what, bam bam. That's how one them a see me walk on my shop them plan. I told them no me a one business woman. Sister Nancy she a 1 in a 3 million. Sister Nancy she a 1 in a 3 million. So bam bam, say what bam bam, bam bam dilang, bam bam, bam bam dilang, bam bam hey. Say go Sister Nancy make you go. I tell you say fi go Sister Nancy make you go. I know it from me head straight down to my toe. I teach her down Sister Nancy on the go. And some of them a ask her Sister Nancy make you bad so. Long down the list Sister Nancy make you